You're right. Aerospace is one of our core business areas. We are deeply committed to aerospace in India. To give you an example of the kind of work that we do in aerospace in India, we work both on the commercial side and on the defense side. And in addition, we also work with the air traffic management to ensure that the skies can be used optimally in terms of air traffic. So all three areas is where we are engaged in the aerospace sector. For commercial, we are working with all airlines, almost all airlines in India, in providing them the best technologies in APUs and avionics, which helps them have efficient and effective operations. In terms of the defense side, we've had a very long-standing partnership with HAL. We also announced a technology partnership with the Tata Group in last year, where we really believe in the Make in India proposition of the new government and are providing technology to the Tata Group for navigation purposes into the defense sector in India. We are also in deep discussions with the companies based out of Hyderabad. We already have some partnerships in place of companies serving us from Hyderabad for our global operations, and we are looking at more investments in the near future as we are able to shortlist exactly the kind of initiatives that we'd like to focus on. So this is something that we do all the time, and aerospace is a big area for us. It's right now that I can sort of recollect completely, but to give you a sense to your question around what kind of areas, it's two broad areas that I would say that we really look at the capabilities of Hyderabad. One is for manufacturing and components. So looking at Hyderabad as a budding center for our global supply chain and seeing products and components coming out of the Telangana region into our global supply chain. So that's in the manufacturing space. And the second is in engineering and services, where we are engaged with companies here who help us work on a lot of our software and emerging technologies for aerospace. We do that ourselves, but we also engage third-party companies in addition to work with us. So both are critical in developing the new age aerospace technologies. As you know, that the aerospace sector especially and the GDP in the country has had a lot of change over the last few years. There's a lot of positive expectation on where GDP as well as overall aerospace sector goes. I think I would say that our track record in the last few years has been to grow at about double digit in India. Generally, we aim at twice the GDP growth rate to grow in the country, and we are doing that already, and we see no reason to believe that that will change in the future for us. Again, varies by sector, by the kind of technologies. So again, I wouldn't have a consolidated view for you. As you would appreciate, many of our companies are also privately owned, and there is publicly listed companies. For the publicly listed companies, it's available on the website as to what our plans are, and I will not be able to share the plans of our private entities.